when I broke my ankle and they gave me ketamine, I'm like, you guys could have dialed that back.
Yeah,
I was in the fourth dimension, and you guys didn't need to go that hard. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I take half a Xanax and I'm like,
Space Jam.
Yeah, totally. Bugs Bunnies.
Yeah.
Playing fucking,
Fucking bounce passing the Porky Pig and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like
I don't like that. I don't want to be that far out. I don't like to let go of myself that much.
I agree.
I
I'm
did
very
it once and I got jumped and I ended up in a hospital, almost died, and I'll never fucking
What are
do
you
it
talking
again.
about? How do I not know this?
I'm sure I've said it before, but it was years and years ago when I first moved here. It was 94. Here, I'm just thinking like we're in California.
Yeah, I know.
Stinking. 94 to go to Northridge, and the day I drove out was the Northridge quake. I'm leaving that morning.
No.
So I end up staying out here and going to Cal State Northridge and literally taking classes on sidewalks. And they had like these temporary trailers they had pulled in. I lived on Zelza across from the destroyed parking garage and just displaced. I was supposed to be in a dorm with 3 other people, meet some people, you know.
Yeah.
And that was my back doorway into comedy because I had, you know, no net. So I wanted to make sure I at least tried to get a college education, but I wanted to be in LA to do it, blah, blah, blah. So that summer, the Eagles have a tour called Hell Freezes Over because they said they would never get together again if hell would freeze over. So they did this Hell Freezes Over tour. So I go with my friend Kevin, his older brother Rick, and Rick brought this girlfriend named Nicole at the time, this little cute Skinamax actress, Beverly Hills girl. She was so nice.
Softcore pornography.
Softcore, and this is 94.
God, that sounds like such a good memory.
Little Beverly Hills girl, and she had a cell phone back then in 94. Big one.
Wow.
Comes into play. So Kevin and I are smoking, and we're drinking beer, and very quickly all of that runs out. Now, Rick is driving an old Toyota Land Cruiser, and the reason that's so important is because the back seats in this Toyota Land Cruiser, they don't face the windshield. They face like we're looking at each other in the back.
What?
So you're driving your passenger here, but we're looking at each other this way.
Okay.
Bench seats are going this way.
That's weird.
Right?
Yeah.
So Rick and his girlfriend are drinking wine, and I had not drank wine before. And we're making fun of him, calling him a pussy because he's drinking wine. We're drinking beer and smoking weed. But the beer and weed runs out. There's nothing left to drink but the wine. But we drink wine like it's fucking beer. And we get wasted. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. I'm not sipping this shit. We're drinking it like, you know.
Oh, no. Like it's fruit punch or something.
Yeah, like it's fruit punch.
Just, oh, God.
Like it's Bert's Kool-Aid. And we go into the concert. I pass out the whole fucking show. It's a lawn. I'm laying on the lawn, you know. We're at the Irvine Amphitheater. Yeah, Irvine. Yeah.
I did LSD there for the first time and freaked out.
Yeah,
Irvine Meadows, right?
Yeah, right there, across from the Improv, but on the other side of the bridge.
Everybody has a horrible experience there.
Terrible.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I wake up in time for Joe Walsh's Funk 49, which I'm a huge fan of. And then I guess Hotel California. And I'm dancing around the lawn. They're telling me and all this shit. I don't remember any of it. We leave and we're, you know, in a horrible congested parking lot. It's summer, it's hot, and we're just sitting still, car locked. And these guys are, and I don't know this, I'm so fucked up. I'm like this. And Kevin is across from me looking in, hungover. And I remember hearing his brother Rick say, "Watch out, these guys look like they want trouble." And I literally woke up in a hospital.
No.
Yeah, I don't remember any of it. So all of what is told to me and in the full police reports is that these two guys were just looking for trouble and they're walking through cars and we're just these easy open top victims. And I guess one of them grabbed Kevin from behind and pulled him out of the back and started fucking him up. I mean, we can't even talk. I've been passed out. I'm just, I can't protect myself, nothing. This guy grabs me, pulls me out, kicks my jaw, breaks my jaw. I have permanent TMJ from that. Bust my head open. I've got stitches and shit here. I don't know any of this. He's just working my face, just kicking the shit out of my face.
Oh, my God.
And all these cars are stopped. So everyone sees it, you know, and they chase these guys away. And then they have to call an ambulance. And they got to get the cars out of the way. They bring an ambulance in for me. They fucking give me oxygen. Like, they rush me to the hospital. And all this is in the report. I don't know any of this.
Oh, my God.
So I wake up, and there's a nurse next to me, and she's like, listen, you have a major concussion. Sip this ginger ale. Do not gulp it. And listen, I was like, gulp. And then I went, blah. And she's like, okay, lay back down. They said I was too fucked up to give me anesthesia, to give me the stitches. So just had to fucking stitch me raw.
Did you even feel it, though?
No. I felt the pressure of him. I didn't feel pain at all. But I didn't know until I looked in the mirror that my jaw was like out to here, and that was disturbing. Fuck. So I go home. I call my brother. I tell him the story. I'm at Cal State Northridge in this cot. And then I guess I call him later, and I tell him, he goes, are you serious? I go, yeah, do you believe that? He goes, no, I mean, you just called me like 2 hours ago and told me this whole story. I was like, what? And it affected me for like 4 months. I had dizzy spells, massive dizzy spells, laying down on my bed.
Oh, my God.
Getting up. So that moment is the moment where I just was like, never again. I'm just never going to let myself be vulnerable to anything. I could at least chase the fucking dude away or something. I couldn't even protect myself. And if I would have died that night, I would have never even known. I would have just been in that Eagles concert and fucking never woke up again. So that's the end of the let myself get that fucked up even at the dentist. You know what I mean? I know someone was supervising it, but I was like, nah.
Yes.
Nah.
I 100% agree. Letting yourself get that vulnerable in public or just in general. You know this, I don't know how this might relate, but I was watching a TikTok of this girl who's like, my dad was in the FBI and here's 5, that 5 things. And this is one thing that, whatever he said, don't wear flip-flops as shoes. And it's so interesting. So yesterday when I put I was like, should I just
do it too much?
Yeah, I was like, should I just put on flip-flops to take the kids to school? I was this close and I go, nope, I remember that TikTok. And I put on like full boots. Well, thank goodness I did, because I had gotten into a car accident and I had to like stand outside the car and there was debris and like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of smart to not wear flip-flops in the street. So just I think it's self-protection, that if you don't grow up with protective parents who teach you how to protect yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I saw this thing online the other day. We are Gen X.
Yeah.
We are the generation that people should fear. We were the generation that grew up without parents.
Yeah.
Hey, go home. Here's a fucking key.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Don't let anything fucking happen to that house. I'll be home at this time. Hey, it's summer. Get the fuck out of this house. Go outside. Don't get in trouble. Don't get arrested. Don't get molested. Don't get kidnapped.
I know.
Figure out a fucking place to eat. Maybe some of your parents just went to the grocery store. Maybe get a sandwich over there. Yep. Get home when the fucking street lights come on or when it's dark, and don't get in any fucking trouble.
100%.
That's our whole life.
Yeah.
It's just figuring out how to not get molested, kidnapped, arrested, any of the eds. None of them.
So true.
Did you like that highlight? I mean, how much fun was that? Why don't you watch a bunch more? We made a bunch more for you to watch. And then why don't you subscribe to my show? Subscribe to Where My Mom's At. That way, every time I drop an episode, you just get it. You don't have to think about it. And then hit the notification bell so you can get notified of all the great stuff that I make. Watch other highlight. Treat yourself. Get your life right.